So here, Brooke has done loads of clearing. There was all the rubble under here. There was still a lot of ivy roots that we weren't able to get out with by hand, so we've got rid of all of those. I was really surprised actually at how much came out. Flattened it off. We're going to put down some grass seed for now, and our longer term plan is to make this into an outdoor eating kitchen area one day, hopefully. So then we've smoothed off this area. Obviously these walls still need to be repaired, that's the next project, and we'll need to put up a bit of a fence and a gate going through into the potager, but now we've got really easy access with a wheelbarrow, so for cleaning out the chickens, things like that, in and out, easy peasy, lovely. Okay, we've got a pile of soil here that we're going to use by putting on the beds as a bottom layer before the compost. And then Brooke also spread out some soil onto here, which is going to be the fruit zone any day now, just to help suppress the weeds. And again, we'll put some compost on top. And there were also a couple of really big roots at the back that are now gone. This one is still solid as a rock. Unfortunately, it beat us. We've dug around it to expose the roots, which are absolutely ginormous, and they're snaking all across the garden. We're going to try and cut them with a chainsaw to hopefully kill them off, and then look at some other way of getting rid of the stump. Here we had a couple more roots, so we got rid of those, and also the soil was coming up about this much on this building and giving us minor damp issues, so we've just moved the soil away to hopefully eliminate that problem. Got another root that's beaten us a bit, but we have cleared many out of this area. We're going to plant some trees here, which will be really nice. Over here there was dogwood that just really was too much for the garden, so we've cut that back, we've dug up the roots. There are some in this concrete bit next to the building that we weren't able to get, so we're going to get some nice trees now to plant them in, and hopefully it'll be looking lovely. We've got the final pampas grass out here. Under the trees, a couple more paper mulberry roots, no surprises there, and also loads and loads of stones. I think previous owners had just dumped a load of stuff there, so we've cleared all of that, levelled it off with the digger, and we're hoping to create a nice shaded seating area for the summer months. If you didn't understand our vlog in French, I'll give you a recap in English. These two up here were too difficult for us to get. One, because of the size of the roots. Two, because we're on a slope, so with the digger it wasn't it was a bit dangerous. And also because of the wall meant you couldn't get good purchase from the other side. So like the other one, we're going to try and cut the roots and come up with some way of getting rid of the stump. Roots are really like snakes, and they definitely snake under buildings, through buildings. These ones here, we believe the roots coming out the other side of the building and was actually fueling all the paper mulberries that were behind the house. So digging those up, cutting these roots, hopefully that will solve the problem. We've already taken 2 van loads of roots to the tip, but these are the big ones that we just can't lift. We're going to leave them to dry out, brush off the soil, and then chainsaw them up in order to be able to move them. Again, along here, loads and loads and loads of paper mulberry roots, and all along the back as well. We've said it before, when we arrived it was just like a forest, and so to have those gone, that's just such a big thing. You can see here this root sticking out, which is from the tree that we were just looking at a minute ago. So it's come under the woodshed, and here it was fueling all the ones that were along here. I mean, this tree is something else. So here Brooke dug out the paper mulberry roots and then he's just been clearing the soil away from the house. It's still not down at ground level of the house, so we're going to dig a French drain just alongside the property. But I think just clearing all that soil, getting rid of the trees and roots, that should really help with any damp issues in the house. You just saw Brooke driving off to do the last digger job, which was this trench here, which will connect the French drain and drain pipe up to the main drain here. We've been wanting to re-landscape this area for a while, and as we had the digger, it seemed like the perfect opportunity. However, it did end up being a bigger job than we envisaged. Brooke, dug up the gravel at the top, but with it came a lot of soil that was embedded with those stones. And when we tried to just rake it out, it wasn't really working. So what we're going to do is create a big sieve, as recommended by one of our viewers, so thank you very much. With this, we're going to create a frame, we'll put the stones on, and then all the soil and the tiny bits of gravel will fall through, and we'll have the larger gravel which will wash off, and then we'll be able to use that on the top. So we're going to gravel this area, the car park over here, and the whole driveway down to the gate. The gravel used to run around this side here, and instead we're going to put soil down there. We'll have a big flower bed at the front, and we'll grass seed this area. So this area we turned over a bit more. We've started to sift out the big stones. We'll put some soil on the top and a layer of compost, and this will be a lovely big flower bed right at the entrance. Over here we've just taken up the gravel, and then we've started to put some soil down on the top, and we'll then spread grass seed, and so this area will become much more part of the garden and not just a great big driveway. Okay, so the guttering at the front of the house had no proper soakaway. All of the rainwater was coming out this one point here, and when Brooke redid this bit of guttering, when he tested it, the water was backing up and we realised there was some kind of problem. When he dug the trench here, we realised that the pipe was just coming out and basically feeding the big old mulberry and not going to any proper soakaway. So we've dug a trench out to a big soakaway here for this section, and then we've got another trench which will lead to another down pipe over here so that it's not all coming down one pipe. That's it, the digger's gone. A lot of projects have been started and now they all need to be finished by hand. Keep watching to see how we get on in tidying up and getting it all sorted out.
Goodbye to you, my trusted friend.
Is that Westlife? Never. I think that's ABBA.
Oh well, Westlife have... Well, did they ever
You could do the
song?
Spice Girls.
What's
Goodbye, my friend.
It's not the end. So glad we made it. Time will never change it. Oh no, no.